All right, hey Chad, how you doing, man?
Good, Luke. How are you
Good
doing?
to see you. Thanks for having us out today.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome to Carroll.
Yeah, tell us about your shop and what's going on here.
Well, we opened this in 2010. We had nothing to do with the bike shop. We have an outdoor power equipment store.
Yeah, what inspired you to want to do that pivot from being something that was a bike shop and then pivoting to that?
Well, it wasn't a bike shop in Carroll, so we had people bringing bikes in our store next door, and we didn't know how to fix them. So it was just kind of one thing led to another, and yeah, it became a pretty good business for us.
That's really cool. So it was a community need that you were meeting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Talk to us about how bike shops are a place where community happens.
We usually post bike rides. They call it the taco ride.
The taco ride.
Thursday night ride.
Oh,
People
cool.
meet in Carroll. There's a group that meets in Lakeview, so those are the two ends of the trail. And then they meet in a little town called Breda.
Nice.
And they have tacos. And
Yeah. Love that. To see you, man.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
having us out to your shop. What does this shop mean to Storm Lake?
I'm fourth generation in the family business, been here 40 years this May. Our family's been in it almost 90 years. Growing up in the business, I started building bikes when I was 8 years old and couldn't work with the bench because it was too tall, so I just had little bike boxes and I'd build trikes, and that's all I knew how to build.
That must be really cool to have that legacy of being one of the oldest bike shops in the state, right?
Yeah, we just continue to grow and feed the community and around. I mean, we pull a pretty large territory for the size of dealer we are. I mean, on average, we usually stock about 1,000 bikes a year.
Wow.
And so we try to
That's huge.
we move a lot of product, and we stock a lot of different categories, but we're always known for our selection and inventory.
Hey Jason, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you, Luke?
Good to see you. Thank you for having us out today. We're part of the bike shop tour here. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
Yep, my name's Jason Chaffin, and we've been in the bike shop business since 1993.
Tell me about the significance of the Iowa Great Lakes Trail and what that means to you as a local bike shop owner and then the broader community.
Having a trail that we can go out after work at 6 o'clock and do a nice, decent ride, come back and be on the trail away from cars and traffic is huge. We're super excited.
Eventually, Okoboji to Des Moines, is that right?
That's the long-term plan.
Yeah, wouldn't that make it the longest trail essentially in the United States, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sounds good.
Right, yeah. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, how's it going, guys? Good to see you, man. Thanks for having us out here. Luke with the Bike Coalition on the bike shop tour here. Could you tell us about who you are and then what you do?
I'm Bruce Grohl. I'm the owner of Healthy Habits. Had it for about 26 years now.
What is it about cycling that you think is so important from a health perspective? Let's start there.
You start doing it when you're like 3 or 4 years old, and you can do it when I know people who are 90 years old that are still riding bikes. We've seen a lot of success with e-bikes at this point in time too, and getting people who were out of biking back into it because the barrier to entry as far as physical conditioning is a little bit less. There's new fresh faces, you know, some of them are older, but it's new fresh faces at the bike shop, so that's great.
And that's the conversation I was having just earlier, is that it's new customers, new clientele that are coming in, and if it gets you in and it gets you healthier, cardiovascular health and wellness, I think, especially at an older age when you want to get that circulation going and get those health benefits, I think that's super positive regardless of what it is. How's it going? Luke with the Bike Coalition here for the Bike Shop Tour. Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Greg Harper. I'm the owner of Harper Cycle Fitness. It's a family business, and we've been in business almost 60 years. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
What is it like to have that legacy of time? What does that feel like for you?
As a bike shop owner, being 65 years old, I've grown up in the bike shop and done a lot of things for Muscatine, and it's just bicycling is in my blood.
This is a good segue here for us to talk about the economic impacts and health impacts of cycling and trails. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Looking at long-range plans for trails and cycling and multi-use activity trails for the city of Muscatine. Our trail is 10 miles from one end to the other, so now it's almost a destination where from outside of the community you can come to Muscatine and ride one end to the other back and forth, and you have a 20-mile ride, which that's
cool.
something of significance. So it has the impact where it gets people to come to Muscatine and ride our nice little trail system.
Talk to us today about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, Biff Ridgway. Our family's been in the bike business for 45 years now. So my dad started Bike World in 1979, and years and years ago started out with a couple thousand square feet, and now we've grown to 4 different locations, and happy to be in the Des Moines community and absolutely love it.
Would you be willing to share any customers who've come to you and said, I use cycling to mitigate is kind of an illness or something like that.
With e-bikes, I'm just going to keep bringing that up because we embraced them early on. We've been selling them for over 15 years. And at first there was a lot of purists that would say, nope, that's not riding a bike. I'll never own one. And then after you hear some of the stories, a great story is a lady that we had on Ragbri years ago. Last day, last mile, comes up crying. I'm like, oh shoot, she crashed, something bad happened. She goes, Biff, I'm just so happy. Without this e-bike, I'd never be here. And those are the stories that I like to tell.
Thanks for having us out today at your shop. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I'm Derek Stepanek with Northtown Cycling and Fitness. Northtown's actually a fourth generation family-owned and operated store, so we'll be celebrating our 100th anniversary in 2025, which is fantastic.
That's awesome.
And you know, our vision is about passionately contributing to the health of our community.
What are new ways and creative ways we should be thinking about getting more people on bikes?
Yeah, I think definitely some things that you guys for sure do a great job at is all of the safety legislation, because we know if people don't feel comfortable or feel safe in any environment riding, they won't do it. And so everything that we can do to make it not only accessible, but also a safe environment for people, whatever that means for the municipality, for the trail, you know, infrastructure, all those things, it all adds up to a very big cumulative effect of getting more people on bicycles. And so we have to give people places to ride.